Oh, hey guys, welcome back to Study Canada International. Today's video is by popular request on how to find accommodation in Canada. So if you're an international student and your visa has been approved, the next thing for you to do is to make accommodation arrangements. And to me, it is more important and should come first even before booking your flight ticket. Because the worst possible situation you could ever find yourself in is arriving in a new country and not having accommodation pre-arranged. I've been in that situation before and it wasn't fun. And yeah, by the way, if this is your first time on my channel, please hit the like and subscribe button. Definitely check out my other content. Let me hear your thoughts and feel free to also send me your questions. You never know, I might have a video on your topic. All right, so let's get back to today's video. By the way, you should know that we're heading into September. That means winter is around the corner. You definitely want to have accommodation pre-arranged because the fall, September can be cold, depending on where you're coming from. All right, so for you as a student, if you're not going to a private career college, if you're going to attend a public institution in Canada, chances are your school will have some sort of campus residence available on campus. This is going to be the on-campus arrangement. So for the on-campus arrangement, I would say is probably the best option. It might not be the cheapest of all, but it's definitely the best, or up there, and simply because you have the convenience of living right on campus. You could access your class or the school facilities anytime you would want. And for the on-campus arrangement also, yeah, I've been to a few residences myself and I've seen they have a pretty neat arrangements. They would have cleaners as well, but yeah, they also have they might have a single occupancy room where it will just be you and you have your kitchenette and a bathroom, or there could be two people to a room where there will be two separate rooms, but you would share like a common area like the kitchenette and the washroom. They would also have like a common kitchen where everybody in the block would cook. So there will be multiple stoves or whatever, fridges there that you could use to cook. A lot of people don't want to use this common kitchen. So some residents will allow you to have like an induction stove that you could buy from Walmart or any hardware store and use in your room for your cooking. If you're not a type that cooks or don't know how to cook, and you want to go with an option that provides you with meal, you can buy the meal card from your school as well. So if your school has a cafeteria and they also have a residence, chances are they will have a meal card option or meal plan. You can buy that meal plan, and with a meal plan you don't have to cook your own food. You could just go to the cafeteria to grab your breakfast, lunch and supper. But for those of you who want to cook your own food, whether to save money or for dietary restrictions, your residence might allow you to use an induction stove or just use the common kitchen. The good thing about this on-campus residence also is that they tend to have pretty good facilities around. They might have a gym or like a common, like a student lounge or something like that. It's pretty neat, and they would also have like a laundry area available on site. So if the on-campus arrangement is not for you, then you would want to consider off-campus arrangement. So with the off-campus arrangement, there's going to be two. Some schools will have like a host family arrangement where the school has some families that they've verified, individuals or families that they're working with who would host international students for them. And of course, you have to pay that host family. Or you could go with your personal off-campus arrangement, right? So let's talk about the host family option. I have used a host family. I've been with a host family before. It was a pretty good experience, I would say. In my first semester, I was with a host family. So with a host family also, you could have a room and board option where you are renting a room and also not cooking your food. So the host family will prepare meals and serve you as well. So in my first month, I did the room and board, but after the first month, I decided it was best for me to cook my own meals. So I just rented the room. So the great thing about living with a host family also is that unlike the on-campus arrangement where you're living with just students, and a lot of whom will be international students or are new to the country. Living with a host family provides you that option of living with someone who, you know, is Canadian or at least has grown in Canada or has been here for a long time and would have a lot to share with you, right? So that's if you're lucky to find yourself with a chatty family. And for the most part, a lot of these host families are really nice. You know, it might be a big family of, you know, parents and maybe children. It might just be an individual or just a couple. You know, it's going to vary. There's no fixed definition of what the host family should look like. But yeah, the host family option is also great because I've never been camping before prior to coming to Canada. When I arrived, my host family took me out camping, we went fishing. There were a whole lot of things that I got the opportunity to do with the host family. I also got to meet some of their friends, and yeah, so it's pretty good if you can afford it. It's also not the cheapest of options, but usually going to be a little cheaper than living on campus, really depending on where you're going and, you know, what kind of facilities the host family would have. And then the third option, which I also have a screen recording for, is to do live by yourself, like make your own, that is to make your own accommodation arrangements off campus. And I have a screen recording of some sources you could use in that search, which I'll share with you along as part of this video. So you see those sources, you can start doing that search while you're even in your country. You can go on there and start looking for rooms. So the thing to know about on-campus arrangements, making an arrangement by yourself, is that, you know, you bear the responsibility. So if you're living in your home country and making that arrangement, make sure that you're doing your double checks and not making a deposit to some fraudster who will take your money and disappear. But if you're going to go with on-campus arrangements or a host family arrangement through the school, those are very secured because, you know, if you pay money to the campus, the school residents, you know for sure that you have someone to go to or go ask it in case you have any difficulty. It's going to be the same with the host family arrangement as well, because then the school will be able to intervene if you're having any issue with the landlord. But if you're going by yourself to rent, then you will be exposed to all sorts of danger. But there are definitely ways to play safe, and I'll talk about that shortly. All right.